All right, let's get to some of this other sound. This is Donald Trump, apparently, according to MSNBC, has announced in breaking news fashion that he will be choosing a vice presidential candidate soon, which should come as no surprise. The Republican convention starts in 5 days, 6 days.
Havana.
Here is Sean Hannity talking to his preferred choice of who should be Trump's vice president. And, well, I'll let Sean and Newt Gingrich, of course, you know what you're going to be talking about, right? When Republicans get together to talk about black people, it is, or ostensibly to have a conversation with black people, it is not a conversation with black people. It is not addressed for black people. It is intended for white people to perceive themselves as talking to black people. Listen to this.
Because I think this campaign is in many ways going to come down to, are you better off than you were 8 years ago? And when we talk about minority communities in America, well, I want to put up some statistics. We'll put it up on the side of the screen. You can look at it. African Americans on food stamps are up 58% since Obama took office. The number of African Americans in poverty has jumped more than 8% under Obama. The number of African Americans not in the labor force, that's up 20%, 19.6%. The home ownership rate for African Americans is down by 4.6%. Household median income is lower for African Americans under Obama. If you look at all of these numbers, things have not improved, but yet 90% plus of the black community will vote Democratic. What do Republicans need to do to fix that? Because they're not doing well under these policies.
Well, I think, first of all, you have to recognize that some of the president's popularity is being the first. I mean, just as John F. Kennedy was the first Irish Catholic to become president, there's a certain pride, you know, and here's somebody I can identify with. And I think that his appeal in that sense to the black community will remain very high no matter what the practical results are. But I think the number one thing for Republicans is to remember what Jack Kemp taught us. People have to know that you care before they care that you know. I am hoping that after the convention, that Donald Trump is going to go to the south side of Chicago. He's going to go to Baltimore. He's going to go to Newark. He's going to go to places where people are in pain, people who don't expect to see a Republican care about them. And he's going to outline for them things that can be done that are practical and real.
That's pretty good. I mean, that is them just basically saying, like, look, we're not racist. That proves it.
Why is it though in a lot of these clips that Newt Gingrich, who is really like the sort of grand dragon of race baiting politics, is a master of it. He's always comes off though as slightly better than like a Sean Hannity. He's always the one who's like, well, let's at least tip our hat to some basic historical knowledge.
His whole thing is like, I'm a professor. His whole thing is, I'm a professor and I'm going to talk. And the thing is, so here's why I think Gingrich has got a decent shot at being vice president, because he is the ultimate huckster grifter. And that Trump is going to both get hustled by him in a couple of different ways. One, Trump is going to recognize that he's a good salesman. Trump is also going to recognize that he's smart, because he is smart for a guy like Trump. Like he really deep into policy.
What's the line about those people?
What's that? He's
a smart person for stupid.
Right. Yeah. He's a smart person for stupid people. And the thing is that, like, a huckster knows how to con another huckster. Because there's something in a huckster in the first place that makes you believe that people can be conned because certain things are rigged And so Newt can probably con him too. I think Newt's got a very good shot, even more than Mike Pence. Everybody seems to think it's Mike Pence. I think Newt has got a good shot at that. But in the end, I still think it's going to be a general. I hadn't said Flynn the other day. I had said Boykin, but I don't know that it'll be Flynn. It could be a different general. Stanley McChrystal said no. Hello, you. I'm Sam Seder. Looking for smart progressive talk that is occasionally amusing? Well, subscribe to our YouTube feed. Subscribe to our podcast. Like us on Facebook. And just generally enjoy us.